open with Mr. Conductor playing with paddle balls with the kids. You know, I'm drinking chocolate milk while I'm recording this. It's some pretty good chocolate milk that expires in like 3 days, so I should probably drink it. A reporter shows up who looks like he's from a Dick Tracy comic, saying that he's looking for the big story, see? The big picture. And he thinks it's going to be right here, this little train station. We've got the big shot reporter walking up to the little kiddos, you see, and they seem to bring up Mr. Conductor, which he believes to be a hoax. Is it a hoax? Find out soon, folks. I promise I won't talk like that for the rest of the video. A magician shows up, and he appears to be an old friend of Harry's. Billy's! Fuck! So, for some reason, this guy is dressed like a traditional vaudeville performer instead of a traditional magician. Which, before you guys say, oh, maybe that's what vaudevillian magicians dress like. No, they fucking didn't. The magician attempts to do the classic rain trick, but fails horribly. The kids laugh at his misery.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Okay, so it obviously made it black and white for the meme, but like, why the fuck does this show look genuinely good in black and white? So the magician leaves in defeat, and Stacy walks up to the kids saying that they shouldn't have laughed at his failure because adults have feelings too. And I say, bullshit. I'm 20 years old, and I don't feel shit. And it's probably because I lost all of my sense of feelings because I had to watch all of this Thomas and Friends shit for the past 3 years of my adult life. Put it on the train count, bitches! After the jukebox song, we cut to the machine shop where the magician is being a sad guy because he failed one trick. Billy then says, hey, you taught me how to do some magic. So, cheer up, you sad little bitch. We cut back to the kids, where they're feeling really sad about making that magician's feelings hurt. Becky says, I don't believe in magicians and magic and all that crap. And then, Mr. Conductor reveals himself to this child. I need to stop phrasing it like that. After mistaking him for a doll, Becky figures out that magic is indeed real. And Mr. C tells her a Thomas story. She also knows that talking trains exist as well. After the story, the news reporter shows back up again, looking for the story. The kids tell him that a famous magician will be performing at the station, and so the reporter is happy to report this amazing story. The magician then practices in front of the children, and he actually does pretty well. The kids then ask Mr. Conductor if he can help out with the magician if he flunks during the performance. Mr. C says no and tells another Thomas story. After the story, the kids are still insistent that Mr. Conductor helps out, but he says nah and dips. It's the day of the show! We got the reporter who's trying to still get the big story. We also got Schemer who's presenting the act while also trying to do a little bit of his own act. And get people to spend money at the arcade, of course. The magician is still feeling very stage fright, but then Billy talks some sense into him and gives him some words of motivation. The magician goes out to perform and fucking kills it. The episode ends with all of the characters celebrating on the fact that the story was positively received in the newspaper. This episode was pretty decent one. I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular that the show hasn't really tackled yet before, but as episodes of Shining Time Station goes, this is a charming one. Yeah, that's it.